Welcome back to Blue's Garden. This is a sort of a catch-all. It's mulch, some garden maintenance, and a whole lot more. Other than my vegetable gardens, I have tons of I got rid of most of my lawn, so it's flower gardens and natural gardens. And every year I get a bunch of mulch delivered. This year it was 6 yards. I'm probably going to need more than that when I'm done. But I got to go through and weed all in between all the other flowers. Some parts of it are just an absolute disaster. And I usually buy this hemlock from a place, and it's just not dyed. It's just regular hemlock. It's fairly inexpensive. It's not that super red stuff. It's not black. I don't like all the charcoal dye, and I don't like the red dye. So I go as natural as I can. But anything to get rid of the weeds, or at least block the weeds, help me with the weeding. So in this area along my front walk, I have a bunch of lavender, and I pull all the weeds out, and then I try and mulch in between. I still got all kinds of other things growing in there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this front corner or the matching side, but underneath all the coneflower and cornflower, mulch goes in there, and you can see part of the pile. I've already taken a few yards and put it in out front. Around the roses, also mulched. These roses have actually just recently bloomed. I got 3 or 4. This is a nice photo of a lazy gardener / lazy photographer. And a little quick overview, a look down. Sorry that it's blown out. That's a better shot. Now let's head around back. You'll go through the driveway and see, there's my old Subaru. And there's the mulch pile, or at least what's left of it. It's like 3 or 4, 3.5, 4 yards left. Probably 3 yards left. Head on back to the backyard, and you can begin to see what is the garden. Now, since then, I've begun to put in the trellises. I've got one more coming, and then I will start tying up my tomatoes. There's my pond. I haven't got the pump running yet, but I will. Some butterfly bushes and hydrangea. That's a lace cap hydrangea. And that's a butterfly bush, and that is the landing of the drone. Now, these are one of the 2 trellises that came. I started putting them together. They will go in the middle of the 2 sides of my garden, and then I will put something in there, probably do some sort of Florida weave or something between them so that my tomatoes can grow up. There's 2 of them. I've got one more, a third one coming. It was back ordered and should be here soon. And then I will begin to tie up all the tomatoes. Here's a quick look at the peppers. Some bell pepper, a couple of sweet banana pepper. Those are my habanadas that are just planted. And they're coming along. Peppers take a lot. Here's my tigeroa. I've got a whole lot more, but that was the first one I've grown. There's a bunny bouncing around inside my Brussels sprouts, and that explains why this one purple Brussels sprout is getting munched. These other 5 seem to be okay, but that first one seems to be really getting chewed. Look at some of the tomatoes and zucchini. On the front of the house, I have a couple of beach roses, the Rugosa rosa. Tons and tons of blooms about to happen. This is a spot where soon to be some sunflowers. I planted some seeds in a raised bed. And on the Cape, the tomatoes are in. 1 cucumber. There were 2, but a slug got the other one. And it's mostly cherry tomatoes down there, and pear tomatoes and grape tomatoes on the Cape. And then the rest are back at the house. and one of my Cape friends. These are the tomatoes. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me grow, and that helps you grow.